Hello and welcome to The Hero Spouse. I'm Kendra Ruth, here to answer one of your questions about marriage and midlife crisis. Today we have an anonymous female left behind and forward moving spouse. Her bomb drop is July 19th of 2022 and date of marriage of 1996. She's not yet familiar with contact type or energy levels. She says, my husband started being very short, distant, and cold about 4 months before the bomb drop. The day after our dog died, and I'm going to assume that was before the bomb drop then, but I can't quite tell. The day after our dog died, he said he needed a mental retreat and he went to stay at a friend's. He said he loved me and was just struggling. I took that to mean a mental health issue. A few days then turned into weeks. Weeks later, he cares about me but doesn't love me. So I'm thinking that's the bomb drop. He cares about me but doesn't love me because he's been gone for a little while. Okay, I get that. He avoids most relationship talks. He always responds to texts about the house questions or money questions. He handled a lot of those things. But he often won't respond if I try to talk about anything real. So in other words, he won't respond if you talk about the relationship. There's no other person that I know of. I did interrupt what I now believe was the start of an emotional affair back in 2019. We'd gotten past it though. I'm going to stop for a minute and say, had you really? I'm going to put that challenge on you. Had you really? Because what did you do to get past it? That was only 3 years ago. If you had said you interrupted an affair in 2010, I might go, yeah, you got past it. If you had done something. But 2019, had you really? Or had he? And maybe you thought you did the things to get past it, but something was left behind. Okay, let me go on. I think it's important to note that through the majority of our marriage, I suffered greatly with mental health issues. He was my caretaker and helped me through everything. Now I'm in the best place ever, and he leaves. Does this sound like midlife crisis? And what type is he? So I can't tell you. I can tell you that date of marriage wise, I'm assuming your age range is in the age range of MLC. I can tell you that there was 3 years ago, there was a possible emotional affair. So we're leading into something. Your dog died. He started being distant and cold. So you're showing signs, but you haven't described enough. So I want to make sure that you go, and if you haven't taken the MLC quiz, that you do that. If you have, go look at it again. Look at those questions. Because one of the things I get from people is like, well, he checks all the boxes, but I'm still doubting. You're still making excuses for why it's not. And why is that? And you might not be. And I could see in my system that you have started the free course Understanding Midlife Crisis. Make sure, and you might get a better understanding of MLC and whether it fits if you continue on with that course as well. What type is he? Because he's not at home. He is probably a boomerang. Well, he is a boomerang because you have regular contact, but he's not talking about anything real. He's not connecting back to you. He's responding to necessary things, such as about the house finances. So boomerang right now, not clinging tendencies, but at the same time, it is only a few months after bomb drop. And for the first 6 months to a year, it can be up and down. We might see clinging boomerang, even distance, more like long distance spaces. They settle on a type. So I don't want to tell you that he is a boomerang when he could change and become a clinging, or he could become more of a distant type with less frequent contacts. And we will see as time goes on. Most likely, though, he'll maintain that level. And you haven't described high level, high energy. Does that mean he's low energy? He's struggling. Just the word struggling. I put him at lower, but not enough information yet to tell. What I want you to do is I want you to go in and figure out what you've experienced and how it matches on the quiz. And then go through that course and see if you can understand. He hasn't had an affair according to what you know. But you said it, that I know of. So you have the idea that you recognize alienators are common and that you may have stopped an emotional affair in 2019. In fact, it could be the same person. It could have even been going on. Sometimes when they become very short, distant, cold, they're already in the affair. And you said that started 4 months before bomb drop. What happened then? What were the changes that were going on 4 months before bomb drop? Now, what about your mental health issues? And he was your caretaker and he helped you through everything. Now you're in the best place ever and he leaves. He got you where you needed to be. And it's not that he doesn't feel needed anymore. It's not that. It's like, whew, she's okay now. She doesn't need me in a positive way. She's going to be okay. She's healthy. I don't need to worry like I would have before. So I'm not saying that's how he's feeling, but there's a possibility within that. He was your caretaker. He didn't feel that he could let go because your need was so great when you were having issues. And that was a burden on him. Whether it was your fault or not, because it was a medical thing, it's still hard. It's still mentally draining and physically draining. And so some of his mind is, she's okay now. And of course, then it can send you back to where you were before. And then that can cause any guilt in him. Your job is to do whatever you can to maintain where he got you to and continue to better and heal from what's just happened. You get to be a lighthouse for him now. And one of the things to do in being that lighthouse for him is thank him for what he was for you when you were in need. Don't make yourself sound like a victim, but you were there for me, and I want to share my gratitude with you for the amazing husband you were and how you helped me through this. It's not a rescuer, but he was there. Don't make him sound like you're my savior. It's just show your thanks. You were so wonderful. And the way I want to pay you back is that I believe in you. And I know that you're struggling. I know what it is like to struggle because I was struggling and you were there for me. And I'm here for you. I'm here for you, and you can call on me when you need. So I want him to feel that you're not racing up to him, hovering to be there. He's allowed to not call on you as well. But when you have a need, call on me because I am here. And if this is a midlife crisis, just given the age and length of marriage, there's a good chance. I'm not going to say it is or isn't, but yeah, the odds are probably favoring it. Understand what the crisis is and what he's going through. And your job is to heal. Your job is to detach. But on the standing spouse side, where as it relates and connects to him, your job is to believe in him. Believe in the beauty of your spouse and that he can pull through, and he will pull through. And give him that faith. Give him the gift of your belief. Somebody's got to believe in them. And I say they don't believe in themselves, so let's us be that person. Okay? I hope this is helpful, and I'll see everybody in the next question.